Hi, welcome to Standard Deviant School Spanish. I'm Tessa Monroe.
And I'm Kenyatta Rogers. Our program today is the alphabet and pronunciation.
What's there to learn about the alphabet and pronunciation?
A lot more than you might think, and we'll cover it all.
So sit back, put your thinking caps on, make yourself comfortable, and enjoy the show.
Here's our Standard Deviant's approach to the Spanish alphabet and pronunciation. First, we'll teach you the vocabulary you'll use. Then we'll march headlong into the Spanish alphabet, vowel sounds, rules for consonants, and we'll wrap it all up with a bit about cognates and diphthongs. What are those, you ask? You'll see. First up, a bucket full of vocabulary. Hang on.
Cena is the Spanish word for dinner.
Pelo means hair.
Muy means very, and bonito means pretty. So, muy bonito means very pretty.
Cine means movie theater.
We must save the villagers!
Idiota means idiot. Idiota is a pretty serious insult in some Latino American countries, but in this case, it may be justified.
Ojo means eye, and ojo morado means black eye.
Trucha means trout, and estúpida means stupid. Trucha estúpida means stupid trout. It's okay to call a trout stupid, but don't call a person stupid. It's just not nice.
Vaca means cow.
Ciudad means city.
Curso means course.
Calle means street. Don't play in the calle. You might get run over by a coche. Coche means car.
Gracias means thank you. Gato means cat. And regalo means gift. If you get a gato as a regalo, say gracias, even if you're allergic to gatos.
Gracias.
General means general. Try real hard to remember that one.
Magia means magic.
Inteligente means intelligent.
Guante means glove.
Garaje means garage.
Gordo means fat.
1, 2, 3, 4, let's have a dumb war.
Guerra means war.
You're cheating. Guitarra means guitar. Yeah!
A pingüino is a penguin, and a cigüeña is a stork. Hormigas are ants.
Huevo means egg.
And ahora means ow. Juntos is an adjective that means together.
Naranja is that sticky, yummy citrus fruit we all love to squeeze.
Joven is an adjective that means young.
A bolsa is a purse, and a llave is a key.
Amarillo is the color yellow.
Año means year.
And this is a niño. Niño means little boy, and uña means fingernail. This little niño is painting his uñas.
Quinto means fifth, like the fifth person in line.
Queso is cheese. Cheese.
Mi querido.
Querido means beloved.
Ferrocarril means railway or train, and rápido means fast.
I'm a shoe. In Spanish, I'm called a zapato.
Azúcar means sugar, and tecera means teapot.
No más means no more.
Cocos are coconuts.
Justicia humana means human justice.
An aguacate is avocado. Now it's guacamole.
There are 27 letters in the modern Spanish alphabet. Yeah, you heard right, 27. There's an extra letter in Spanish that we don't use in English. It's the letter ñ, and we'll tell you more about it later. There used to be several letters in the Spanish alphabet that were never in the English alphabet. We'll tell you more about those in a minute.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z, La Bamba, Guantanamera.
Here are the letters we mentioned earlier that used to be considered part of the Spanish alphabet. They are actually letter combinations that, until recently, were considered letters in their own right. Although they are no longer technically listed with the alphabet, they still show up in a lot of Spanish words, so learn to pronounce them.
For simplicity's sake, we'll refer to them here as single letters.
CH is the letter che. It's pronounced ch, just like in the English words chortle and chuckle. LL is the letter eye, and it's pronounced like a Y in English.
Yummy yam.
Spanish is an easy language to pronounce. Each letter usually corresponds to only one sound. Once you learn how to pronounce each letter, you'll have Spanish pronunciation pretty much licked. It's really much easier than English, where vowels and some consonants can make several possible sounds. For example, there are a number of ways you can pronounce the vowel A in English.
In Spanish, the vowel A has only one flat sound, ah, like the name Maria. It works the same way for other vowels in Spanish. There's only one way to pronounce them.
Oh yeah, here in Boston we pronounce A's the same way every time. Listen. Car. Harvard. Heart attack.
Here's how to pronounce the rest of the vowels in Spanish. You say them after we do. Notice that you have to close your mouth quickly in order to pronounce them correctly without drawing out the vowel sound like you do in English.
E is pronounced like a long A in English.
La cena.
I is pronounced like a long E in English.
Y. El cine. Una idiota.
O is pronounced like a long O in English.
O. Un ojo. Un ojo morado.
U is pronounced sort of like two O's together in English.
U. Una trucha. Una trucha estúpida.
A, E, I, O, U.
For the most part, the consonants, like the vowels, have one flat sound. But don't get too cocky. There are a few variations and a few things you'll have to get used to. Here are some rules that will help you pronounce the oddball consonants.
Rule number 1. The letters B and V. In Spanish, B and V are both pronounced like a B, kind of like we pronounce the B in the English word boy, but it's a softer, more airy sound. Listen.
Venir. Buena.
Notice how Jeremy's lips are slightly open, allowing air to pass through them as he pronounces both the B's and the V's.
Vaca. Burro.
Viviana visita la India. Viviana visita la India.
Rule number 2, the letter C. In Latin America, the letter C, when placed before an E or an I, has the same sound as the English S. This letter generally works the same way in English, so this is an easy rule. Here are some examples.
La cena. El cine. La ciudad.
In Spain, the rule is different. A C placed before an E or an I is pronounced with a TH as in thumb.
La cena, el cine, la ciudad.
Rule number 3. This one holds for both Spain and Latin America. If the C comes before A, O, or U, it is pronounced like the English K. Again, it works the same way in English. It's an easy rule because it inherently makes sense to English speakers. Here's some examples.
Curso calle coche.
Yo como cocos con Carlos. Yo como cocos con Carlos.
Rule number 4. The tricky letter G. In Spanish, G sometimes sounds like a regular hard G in English, like
Gracias, gato, regalo.
When G is followed by U, A, or O, it sounds kind of like the English G in the word garage. But there's a little more air passing through your throat when you say it, so it doesn't sound quite as hard. Listen closely.
Garaje, guante, gordo. Garaje, guante, gordo.
When G is followed by either an E or an I, it sounds kind of like H, like in the English word hot, but a little spittier and more guttural. Listen closely. Not that close. General.
General.
Hear the difference? Here are a couple more examples.
Magia. Inteligente.
When G is followed by UE or UI, the U is silent like in the English word guest. You don't say guest. If you do, your friends probably titter behind your back. Again, the G is neither silent nor is it pronounced as strongly as a hard G in English. Here's an example.
La guerra de las guitarras. La guerra de las guitarras.
Occasionally, though, the U following a G is pronounced in Spanish words. When this is the case, there will be a little thing called a diaeresis.
A diaeresis looks like a horizontal colon. It's two little dots over the letter U, and it tells you that you should pronounce the U. Again, the G is not silent, nor is it as hard as a hard G in English. Listen to these examples.
Pingüino, cigüeña. Pingüino, cigüeña.
Rule number 5. The letter H. In Spanish, the H is always silent, as in the English word honesty.
Hormiga, huevo. Hormiga, huevo.
Rule number 6. The letter J. J always sounds like the spitty, guttural G.
Juntos, naranja, joven.
Rule number 7. The letter L. Here's one of those crazy consonants we don't have in the English alphabet. It's pronounced like the letter Y in the English words, yikes, it's yucky yogurt.
Ella lleva la llave en una bolsa amarillo.
Rule number 8. The letter Ñ.
Here's another one we're not used to in English. The consonant Ñ is pronounced like NY in the word canyon. The little squiggly thing over the N is called a tilde. The tilde lets you know that you should say ñ instead of n.
Año, niño, uña.
Rule number 9. The letter Q. This letter is pronounced like the K in kitchen. In Spanish, Q is always followed by UE or UI, and the U is always silent.
Mi quinto queso querido.
Rule number 10. The letter R. You might have to do some tongue exercises for this one. R is trilled R. Try not to spit on anyone when you do this. R.
Here's a tongue twister that will help you practice trilling your R. Repeat after me. El carro y el ferrocarril corren rápido. Now you say it. Here it is again. El carro y el ferrocarril corren rápido.
When a single, regular old R is at the beginning of a word, you have to trill it too. Will the fun never end?
Rubén riñe con una rata en Río. Rubén riñe con una rata en Río.
Now let's talk about cognates. Cognates are words from two different languages that are spelled alike and have similar or identical meanings. There are quite a few Spanish and English words that are cognates. Cognates are great because they're easy to remember. They're also handy for pointing out the differences in pronunciation between the Spanish version of the word and the English version of the word.
For example, the word patio means the same thing and is spelled the same way in both Spanish and English. In English, we say patio. In Spanish, we say patio.
It works the same way for some other words and names that are common to both languages, only the pronunciation differs.
In English, we say Colorado. In Spanish, we say Colorado.
A diphthong is a combination of two vowels that are pronounced as one syllable. They are either a combination of the two vowels that are considered weak vowels, I and U, or they are one of the weak vowels paired with one of the strong vowels, A, E, or O.
For example, let's take another look at the word patio, which is pronounced differently but means the same thing and is spelled the same way in both Spanish and English.
In English, we make patio a three-syllable word.
Patio.
In Spanish, the I and the O sort of blend together into one sound, making patio a two-syllable word.
Patio.
Aguacate. Aguacate.
Ciudad. Ciudad.
Okay, review time. There are 27 letters in the Spanish alphabet. 26 of them are the same as in English, and the extra one is the letter Ñ. The vowels sound like this. A is A, E is A, I is E, O is O, and U is U. And those spectacular consonant rules, you'll want to remember them. They go like this. 1. B and V are both pronounced B, like in venir and buena. C followed by an E or I is pronounced S, like in cena and cine. C followed by an A, O, or U is pronounced K. G is pronounced G, as in green gobs of greasy gopher guts. H is pronounced right, because H is silent. J is pronounced like a strong English H, like in juntos and joven. Double L is pronounced ya, like in yabe. 8. The N with a tilde over it is pronounced ña, like in año and niño. 9. Q is pronounced k, like in quinto and querido. 10. And finally, R is pronounced r, and you can trill it in words like carro and burro.
Well, that does it for our look at the alphabet and pronunciation. After this, you'll never look at a diphthong the same way again.
We hope you've enjoyed your little trip through the world of Spanish pronunciation. Thanks for watching Standard Deviant School. I'm Kenyatta Rogers.
And I'm Tessa Monroe. Hasta luego.